Ukrainian drones hit Russian fighters at Crimea's Saki airbase. Ukraine's security service, the SBU, confirmed 5 drone strikes on aircraft hangars at the Saki military airbase in Russian-occupied Crimea on July 1, 2026, as part of what Kyiv described as a 40-day influence operation directed by President Volodymyr Zelensky. The SBU confirmed that the hangar strikes were deliberate targeting of aircraft storage infrastructure, that 2 hangars held Su-30 and Su-30SM fighters at the time of the attack, and that a fire broke out in the hangar containing the Su-30SM after the strike, which the SBU described as confirming successful target engagement. Each Su-30SM aircraft carries an estimated value of 30 to 50 million, depending on configuration. Saki, located on the western coast of Crimea near the town of Novofedorivka, roughly 60 kilometers 37 miles southwest of Simferopol, is one of the most operationally significant Russian air bases in the Black Sea theater and has been a recurring target of Ukrainian long-range operations throughout the war. Russia occupied and converted the facility after annexing Crimea in 2014, transforming what had been a Ukrainian naval aviation base into a primary hub for fixed-wing combat aircraft operating over the Black Sea, the northwestern approaches to Crimea, and the southern sectors of the front in Ukraine. The base gained international attention on August 9, 2022, when a series of explosions destroyed at least 8 Russian aircraft on the flight line, an incident Ukrainian officials initially declined to officially claim, but which subsequent reporting consistently attributed to Ukrainian covert action, becoming one of the most spectacular single-event losses of Russian air power in the entire war to that point. The Su-30SM that the SBU confirmed was in the targeted hangar is Russia's most capable swing-roll fighter in theater, a heavily upgraded variant of the original Su-30 Flanker C that Russia's Irkut Corporation produces for the Russian Navy and Air Force. The aircraft carries a maximum weapons payload of approximately 8,000 kilograms, 17,637 pounds across 12 external hardpoints, flies at a top speed of 2,120 km/h, 1,317 miles per hour, and has a combat radius of approximately 1,500 kilometers, 932 miles without aerial refueling, giving aircraft based at Saki the range to strike targets across Ukraine from the relative safety of Crimean airspace. The Su-30SM's integration of the N011M bar's passive electronically scanned array radar and its compatibility with long-range air-to-air missiles including the R-77 and the extended-range R-771 make it one of the more dangerous platforms Ukraine's air defense network faces in the south, particularly as Russia has used Crimea-based aircraft to launch guided aerial bombs and cruise missiles against targets in Zaporizhia, Kherson, and Odessa oblasts. The basic Su-30, the airframe from which both the Su-30SM and its predecessor derive, was confirmed in one of the other targeted hangars alongside the Su-30SM. The original Su-30 designation encompasses several variants with different avionics and weapons configurations, but all share the same fundamental twin-engine, twin-seat configuration that gives Russian aviation planners both an air superiority and ground attack capability in a single platform, reducing the number of aircraft types a base like Saki needs to maintain to cover its assigned mission spectrum. The SBU's confirmation came with unusually direct and quantified language for a Ukrainian intelligence service whose operations in Crimea are inherently sensitive. 5 confirmed strikes on hangars, 2 specific aircraft types named, a fire confirmed in the Su-30SM hangar, and a cost estimate provided per aircraft are all details that go beyond what Ukrainian authorities typically release immediately after a sensitive strike in occupied territory. And the inclusion of the per-aircraft valuation suggests a deliberate effort to frame the operation in economic terms that resonate beyond purely military audiences. At a minimum of 30 million per aircraft and a maximum of 50 million, a single confirmed Su-30SM kill would represent more direct cost imposition on Russia's defense industrial base in a single strike than dozens of smaller drone attacks against individual ground vehicles or fuel depots.